Hello guys, si Kersan Veloso ulit ito at welcome sa episode 10 ng laro tayo ng Disco Elysium. Game, continue natin yung campaign pero teka lang, check ko lang muna si OBS sandali dali lang. Kasi minsan pasaway ito eh, hindi nagre-record ng maayos eh, so anyway yan, okay. Continue natin. Nung ulit episode natin, medyo may kalokohang naiisip yung character natin. Dala ng gutom ba yun o ano, pagod o ano. So, teka. Sa save ko ulit additional para may backup ako kung palpak ulit. Isa pa. Okay. So, anong oras na? Halos na, quarter to 9 na, quarter to 8. So far, wala tayong magagawa dito eh. So, teka.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Kala ko pwede tayo kumuha ng basura, hindi. Yung nga pala pinabubukas sa ating pinto. Andito pa rin si si Kuno. Pinaglalaro pa rin yung bangkay. Ito yung pintuan na pinabubukas sa atin eh. Hindi, ito sa kabilang side. Ito. Ayoko dito eh. Walang auto passing. Dapat meron yan eh. Hindi pa natin binalikan hinahanap nga pala natin yung kinausap yung isa. Ito yung kailangan buksan. Ito.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Use Manana's key to unlock the door. Carefully knock. Tingnan natin kung may maririnig tayo.
The door is slick with rain. You don't hear any movement inside. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Carefully knock. Try natin.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in.
The lieutenant looks uncomfortable. Lieutenant, what is your opinion of this task we're undertaking? Tama, tanong-tanong tayo.
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself.
The lieutenant replies, still inspecting the padded door.
Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
So don't mind if I unlock this door?
I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of this hanging, then I'm willing to look over it.
Okay, fine. Okay, go.
On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Everard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Lie to Everett? That's also an option. Wala na sumusunod, so pwede. Sige, try natin. Lie to Everett. That's also an option?
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
Okay, fine.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this.
Hmm. Interesting.
Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
Teka lang. Gawa tayo ng additional save. Medyo interesting nga yan eh. Sige, try natin. So, save muna natin dito. Gusto ko rin malaman kung ano nasa pinto. Okay, try natin.
The door to the weasel's den, guarded by the lion-head knocker. Both have seen better days.
Okay, try lang natin.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head.
Open the apartment door for Everett. Let Everett know you unlock the door. Pero titignan mo natin kung nandun sa loob.
Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver. There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, there might.
Kasi tignan
As
natin.
you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
Sige, pasok tayo sa loob. Ano to? Cash. Okay, go. Healing item pala. Kala ko cash. A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over. Guests are staying over? A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun? That's good to know. Okay. What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
When? What's the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain. Point. Bow down before the flag finished up. Bow down to the flag. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
Sige, bow down tayo.
The lieutenant does not bow to the flag. It accepts your salute with quiet dignity. It is not my flag, he thinks. My flag is the signal blue of the zone of control.
Okay, fine. Ano yun? Kaning 777. Interis Solari dress shirt. +1 logic. Compare ko sa suot natin. Yung shirt natin is +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion. +1 logic. There you go. At least malinis na, hindi na marumi. Ano to? Whatever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. So,
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
tap on the mugs. Move on from the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What do I mean uncomfortable?
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Difficult asshole. So what? They can think what they want. This is a free world. Thanks. Good to know. I have no opinion on this. Na lang.
Anytime. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Whip out your yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
Okay. May thought. The smell of disinfectant in the room smells like chemicals. Wala. Meron pang, ano?
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious...
Okay, wala. Okay, wala na. So, labas na tayo dito. 8 o'clock na, 8 gabi na. Teka. Balik tayo kay Everett. Sabihin natin na nabuksan na. Anyway, hindi na suggestion ni ano kanina eh, ni Kim eh. Wag na natin buksan pero ganun din eh. Buti nga may binuksan natin, may nakuha tayo items.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I'm looking to your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Okay, ito. I opened the door you asked me. Can we discuss the murder now?
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually
pwede na
happen
mag-level
to
up.
stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs. I did go inside. Weasel had the flag of the old Revachol on his wall. The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't. Teka lang. Pwede mag-level up na eh. Ano ba ang mas kailangan ko? Encyclopedia, rhetoric. Ay, isa kailangan ko yung sa ano, yung rhetoric doon sa isa. Sige, taasan natin yung rhetoric. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Done. Completed. I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs. I did go inside. Weasel had the flag of the old Revachol on his wall. The deal wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't. Wasn't for me to go inside, so I didn't. Kasi ito sabi natin, mukhang mas may sense to eh.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition.
Ah, okay ah.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
The mug collection I mentioned was in the apartment. I found a similar mug in the trash with the hanged man's clothes. You said the lynching and the strike are related? How? Kasi ito muna.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me.
Parang sarcastic comment yun ah.
I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no, 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 no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
But this weasel might have cleaned up after the killers.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
He imitates bashing something with an imaginary baton. Great technique. You'd make a great sergeant. There's more to police work than whacking an imaginary baton. Say nothing. Sige.
Would he? I'm not so sure about it.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
What do you mean?
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Village elephant. Hold on, you have a village elephant? Go on. I think I've heard enough. Okay, go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
Yeah.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
What makes you think the Wild Pines negotiator can't control them?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Wait, the whole neighborhood is in it? Is in on it? Who exactly did the pushing? Wait, number 1?
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Okay, who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Tama nga yung sinabi ni Leo.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's not worried. He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway.
Tell me about this Titus Hardy and his crew. Good talk. Let's conclude for now. You mentioned the lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
He's not scared of them. If anything, he likes them being here. Strange.
Tell me about Titus Hardy and his crew.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Where can I find them? The union booth in the whirling was empty.
You know what, Harry? I got a feeling they're gonna show up in full force tomorrow.
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
In the future, I could use your backing. Can you ask the Hardy boys to cooperate?
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
Okay.
When you meet this Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Nice. Wait, why are you giving it to me? Take it. I don't need it. I only wanted you to help me with the Hardy boys. Share ko natin. Yung nakaraan, di natin kinuha eh.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
Good boy, a real team player. Now, do you have any more questions?
Ano, good talk. Let's conclude for now.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat.
Okay.
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
I am not a man of the left. I am a patriot of Revachol. You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are. This is another corrupt scheme, isn't it? I'm neither left nor right. I do what my heart tells me to do. Ah, hindi natuwa si Kim nung nag salute tayo doon sa flag eh. Sorry.
Perfect, Harry. That's perfect. My version of the left is not against the companies, it's with the companies. Honestly, what I have in mind is a business proposal. A left-wing business proposal, but still...
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper. and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
Kim, what do you think of this? What are the signatures for? Fine, if I happen to be there, I can ask them. Accept the task. I'm not going to do this. What are the signatures for?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Okay.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Where is this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
What will happen to the current occupant?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Kim, what do you think of this?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
Okay.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
Sige ko natin. Fine, if I happen to be there, I can ask them.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here,
He hands you an open white envelope.
you need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I know we can do business together.
He runs his fingers through his thin hair. Can we go over a few details concerning the murders again? Alright, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later. What's in the container outside your office? Wag na. End na muna natin, wag na muna. Get 2 signatures for Everett.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Okay. Check natin yung envelope. White envelope. A white envelope with a stamp attached to the upper right corner, handed to you by Everett Clare. Inside are some legal documents with 2 names printed on them, Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. Both signatures are required. Interact.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Wag na muna. Pag tayo dito, makikita niya kung ano gagawin natin eh. So, lapasan muna tayo. Okay, dito natin basahin sa labas. Teka, save muna natin. No, hindi ko kailangan ng autosave. Okay, buksan natin yung envelope ulit.
You take the legal documents documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but
He shrugs. Okay, try natin tong ano. High naman eh.
There is
Yun,
no
nakuha.
loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Look, Kim. Point at the photocopy. These people are going to have to move away. Can we do something about it? The noise will be tough on the villagers, but I guess that's just the cause of progress. Wait, what are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Sige, number ito.
I should have seen it.
The lieutenant frowns as he reads over the documents again.
Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
Okay.
However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Evrard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try a forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
Okay, fine. Wala naman bago. Okay, so ano na, 8:30 na pala. In-game. Teka, subukan natin ulit yung asan container. Saan ba banda yun? Tinasan ko na yung rhetoric eh. Try natin kung bababa yung value. Ito. Save natin.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If
Very low.
anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Try natin.
Why are you...
Ayaw pa rin. Sige, 4 times pa. Subukan pa natin 4 times.
You're back before the cargo container. Why are you even...
Okay, 3 na lang. 3 times na lang.
You're back before the cargo container. Why are you...
Last 2.
You're back before the cargo container. Why are you...
Ito na lang.
You're back before the cargo container. Why are
Ayaw
you...
talaga. Alabas na tayo dito. Balik tayo sa apartment. Di pa natin na-encounter yung ano yung kailangan natin kausapin dun eh. Kailangan ko pa ng 223. 2 real and 23 cents. Punta nga muna tayo doon sa ano ulit, sa pawn shop. Subukan ko magbenta, baka pwede magbenta ng trash.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
And
Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
baka kailangan natin yung mga yan eh. Close. Huwag na lang. I don't have anything to sell at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
Kala ko meron eh. Try natin to sa bookstore.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
What's your daughter? The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Hindi pwede magtapon. Wala. Kaya, ang gusto kong mabili yung ano eh. Yung hawak ni ano na kaso 15 yun eh. Kulang pa ng ano. Balik tayo doon sa ano apartment.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Try natin sa save ko. Very low din to eh.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to... You have no clue.
Okay. Four more times.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to... You have no clue.
Okay, 3 more times.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to... You have no...
Okay, 2 times na lang.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to... You have no clue.
Last one.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. You have no...
Okay, balik tayo doon sa ano. Sa apartment. Ito yung sa ano ni, ano. Ni Kuna to yun. Ito isa. Oh, yun o. Magnesium tsaka ano to? Alcohol. Ito ko gamit yan. Moss crawls on these bathroom tiles. Actual moss. The shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. CR lang pala to. Ayun o, 42 cents. Okay, may 13 na tayo. Saan natin ito? You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. The curtain shifts just a little. Someone is watching from within. Someone has drawn a five-pointed star on the wall.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Look out, Kim. There are commies around here. Inspect the symbol closely.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order.
Okay.
Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
Talaga lang ah. What does it invoke in life?
Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless shapes on a wall.
Okay. There's something on the floor eh. Yeah. Nice, 8 cents. Every little bit helps. Nice. O, pwede na tayo bumili oh. 20 real na. Postcard. Book Street 4. Malapit na pala na. 9 minutes na lang pala tayo for recording. This crumpled up postcard depicts an open air market in Boogie Street. Plus 5 years ago, a vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from canopy. From canopy, red blood from his feet, hung by their feet from canopy. Red blood flows onto the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass. Okay. Pwede na akong bumili actually ah. Sige, teka, balik na muna tayo kay ano. Balik na muna tayo kay Kuno. Bibilin ko lang yung ano, isang item, yung pants. Tapos end na natin, ano na, mag 1 hour na eh. Save muna natin just in case na pangit din yung pants na yun.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Okay. +1 saver frame, +1 physical instrument. Ay, useful pala. Sige, go.
Here, pig. We're fun now. Performance buddies. Kuno can already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt.
Okay.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Sira ulo talaga kahit kailan. Yung pants natin, ano ba? +1 composure. Sige, palit. Okay lang. Physical instrument. Ano naman? Yeah. Balik tayo dun sa ano. Balik tayo dun sa ano na yun, sa apartment. Tapos doon na natin save. Teka. May tao dito. The door number 9 is locked. Pintuan eh. The graffiti says a firing squad for the rich. Apartment number 8, their mailbox is overflowing. Okay, Kausapin lang natin to, tapos end na natin.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor? This won't take long. I only have a few questions. Let's do it later. Sige.
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Who are you? I'm looking for Martin Martinet.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
She smiles a gap-toothed smile when she hears you mention the name. What do you mean? I wasn't joking. No, you don't understand. I'm looking for a real person named Martin Martinet. He told me he's Martin Martinet. Ito, number 1 muna.
Pea-brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez, like Tim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Oops. You really didn't get the joke there.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
Who are you? How about a young man in this? How about a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony. Know where he lives? Aseta natin.
Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives? He's wanted for murder. He's going away for life.
Talk?
The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
He lives upstairs in room 28.
20.
Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Who are you anyway?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living.
She
I
spits
have
on the
a little
floor.
room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery.
Quit naman tayo dito. Thanks, I'm off. May bagong ano. The smoker on the balcony. You met a mysterious stranger smoking on the balcony of the apartment building north of Martinez. He knows something about the murder. Find out where he lives and question him again. Locate the door number 28 in the apartment building. Okay, so end na muna natin dito guys. At least marami tayo nagawa kahit pa paano. Save. Okay, so end na natin for now. Auto save na naman, pasaway. Tatanggalin ko lang 'yon. Okay, so anyway guys, end na natin. So options, cancel. Okay, so anyway guys, Kaya Sean Velosa signing off. Tuloy na lang ulit natin ito next episode.